Thanks for joining me for a read aloud of the edZOOcation Zoologist Level Bat Book. Let's dive in and learn more about bats. Bat anatomy. A bat's wing is a giant hand. Webbing between the bat's long fingers makes the wing. Bats have arms that form the tops of the wings, long fingers that support the wings, big ears for echolocating, eyes that see best in dim light, and thumbs for grabbing and climbing. These wings were made for flying. Bats are the only mammals that can fly. Some can fly as fast as 100 miles per hour. That's almost twice as fast as a cheetah can run. Bats can swoop and change direction fast. This helps them catch bugs. It also helps them avoid flying into things. Bats helping people. Vampire bat spit keeps blood from clotting. Scientists study them to learn how to keep people's blood from clotting. Scientists also study echolocation to help people. People who can't see learn echolocation to help them. Can bats walk? Bats are built to fly. Most bats can't really walk, but a few bats can walk. Since their fingers make up their wing, they can only walk on their wrist and thumb. They use their strong wings to pull their bodies forward. Bats in the garden. Bat poop looks a lot like mouse poop. Lots of bat poop together is called guano. Bat guano is good for gardens. It can help plants grow. Fun fact, some bats can even swim. They will swim to land if they fall in water. Pollinators. Bats also help plants grow by spreading their pollen. Bats are some of Earth's greatest pollinators. Without bats, we wouldn't have many foods we love. The batting lineup. There are more than 1,300 species of bats. Microbats are small as 6 inches. Megabats are bigger, as big as 6 feet. Vampire bats are the only bats that drink blood. There are only a few species of vampire bats. Vampire bats mostly drink blood from cows. They don't drink much, and the cows don't even feel it. More bats. The fisherman bat swoops down and grabs fish out of the water. Stripe-faced vampire bats eat fruit, not blood. The tent-making bat makes tents out of leaves. Which are real species of bats? Pink bat, squirrel bat, ghost bat, mouse-tailed bat, horseshoe bat, pointy-nosed bat, squeaky bat, and spectacled bat. There are 4 right answers: mouse-tailed bat, ghost bat, horseshoe bat, and spectacled bat. Pups' first flight. Mother bats usually just have 1 pup. Mother bats live in nursery colonies where their pups are born. Bats give birth hanging upside down. The pup falls into a pouch made by the tail of the wing. The pup will cling to its mother while she hunts. They may do this for a few days or weeks. Then, the mother will start leaving it behind. Hundreds or thousands of bats will live together, but bats will have a few close friends. They'll spend the most time with these friends. Hearing to see. The sounds bats make for echolocation is high. Humans can't hear it. Bats make other sounds too. Some of these sounds can be heard by people. Bats click, purr, and buzz. Bats at home. Bats like to roost in sheltered places. They may roost in caves, old barns, or tree hollows. A few species of bats roost in trees in the open. Bats live almost everywhere. They don't live in the polar regions. They don't live in extreme deserts. They don't live on a few islands, but they live pretty much everywhere else. Hello. Which bugs can the bat find? Take a look at the image and see which bugs the echolocation reaches. Up all night. Most bats are nocturnal. They probably hunt at night so birds aren't hunting at the same time. Most bats hibernate. Some bats migrate. What do they eat? Bats mostly eat bugs. They can eat thousands in one night. This makes them great pest control. Some bats eat fruit. Vampire bats only drink blood. If they go more than 2 nights without blood, they will die. But vampire bats will share blood with each other by throwing it up. The food web. Bats eat bugs and fruit, like mosquitoes, moths, and mangoes. Snakes, owls, and hawks eat bats. Dangers. Sickness is one of the biggest dangers to bats. A fungus called white nose syndrome has killed many bats. Scientists are still trying to learn about this fungus. Many people think bats always have rabies. Actually, less than 1% of bats get rabies. Hand wings. Bats have extra big hands. Their hands make up their wings. What if people had hands as big as a bat? Have a grown-up help you measure yourself, then see how big your hands would be if you were a bat. How big are your wings? Grown-ups, to find out how long your child's hands and fingers would be, measure their height in inches. Multiply that number by 0.6. The number you get would be about the length of their 3rd, 4th, and 5th digits if they were a big brown bat. The 2nd digit, the pointer finger, is shorter, a little over half that length. Bat thumbs are short, they're not a part of the wing. Silly bats. Let's read a poem. The bat could see all right, even late at night, but when he used sound to find things around, it was quite a sight. Let's look at some jokes. What's more amazing than a talking bat? A spelling bee. How does a bat say hi to its mom? With a sound wave. Why are baseball games at night? Because bats sleep during the day. Why do vampire bats drink blood? Because coffee keeps them awake. What do you get if you cross a computer with a vampire bat? Love at first bite. Do you want to work with animals? There are many amazing jobs that let you work with animals, especially if you love learning about and helping creatures like bats. Bat conservationist. What they do. Study bats where they live. How they behave and what they eat. They might spend time outside with bats or in labs. A starting step would be to start a bat observation journal to draw or write about bats you learn about. Visit a local zoo to ask questions. Wildlife filmmaker or photographer. What they do. Take pictures or make documentaries about bats to show others how cool they are and why they matter. A good starting step would be to take pictures or draw bats and make a bat photo book with fun facts. You can even pretend to make a nature video using your bat plush. Bat author or illustrator. What they do. Write or draw books about bats, stories, nonfiction, or comics. Starting step. Write your own short bat story or comic strip. You could make up a superhero bat character and share their adventures. Thanks for joining me on this read aloud. I'll see you next month for the next book.